Hello, everyone. I have a special guest for us today.
The more I get to know Marilyn, the more I'm fascinated by your story. Marilyn,
I've always drawn little, I call them critters, little things on the margins of wherever I'm taking notes. Um, when I'm like less intrigued with what they're saying or, thing. And I've always drawn these critters. Critters have been in my letters to my mom when we were, far away. Critters have always been there. So anyway, once the all of the professions had gone, I took an art class. I had dabbled in art for a long time. I won't go into that history, but it was this class where we were having to do in acrylics, having to do landscapes. And I thought, well, I'm tired of landscapes. Is there something else I could do? And so I thought, wow, I might as well try one of these critters, guys. Somebody in the class said, well, you need to write children's stories about these little creatures. And so I started with the big picture. Okay. Who do I want? What do I want to say about them? I know that they're going to have a disagreement. I thought one of these little creatures is going to tell the other one something that is not, they don't like about
something
the other one.
hurtful.
Something that's like either hurtful or harmful or, not welcome. And so I had my little pen and my paper, and I sat there probably in a really short period of time and figured out what one would want to say to the other. And the content of this book actually came through quickly, very quickly, like in a matter of a half an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never written a book and never thought about being a
writer
for children's books. I've been into poetry and songs. I have done those kinds of things, not published them, just they're all over my house. That was like the first thing. And so I worked on it because I wanted it to be part in rhyme and part in talking. And then the other thing is I was going through it and I got my little rhyming part and my discussion part with them. Then I thought, how does this thing end? And for me, I thought, well, it's important because I love the message in it because it says differences are not something that everybody has differences. And so don't be going after people about their differences in a awful way. And I wanted that message across, and I wanted them to take something away from the book. And then what did you learn from this experience at the very end? And that's how the book ends. And I'll have to tell you, I read this book to some kids some were in the first grade, some in the second, and some in the fourth. And when I asked them what they learned, because I read the book to them and asked them what they learned, every little hand went up in the room. It was so rewarding.